A very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another important topic of chapter Human Health and Disease. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about the common human diseases which are caused by parasite, pathogen like bacteria, viruses, helminthes, nematodes, mainly nematodes, platyhelminthes, flatworm, for example. So these are causative organisms which cause diseases in human. Now let us discuss about the common human disease. Common human disease in malaria. First we discuss about the important points of malaria, then we will discuss about the life cycle of parasite of malaria. Disease causing organism Plasmodium. So malaria caused by protozoan Plasmodium. Causing agent is Plasmodium. Plasmodium. There are three species given in the book of NCERT, that is Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium vivax or malariae. Plasmodium malariae. So these are the three species which is given in the book of NCERT. The three species cause malaria or cause malaria in human. All these are the parasite, or based on the species, the symptoms appear after 2 days, or symptoms of malaria occur after 3 to 4 days. Now the Plasmodium complete their life cycle in 2 hosts. So life cycle of Plasmodium complete their life cycle in 2 hosts. Primary host is human and secondary host is female Anopheles mosquito. Female Anopheles mosquito. So the Plasmodium complete their life cycle in 2 hosts. Primary host is human and secondary host is female Anopheles mosquito. So Plasmodium complete their life cycle in 2 hosts. Primary host is human and secondary host is female Anopheles mosquito. Also there is difference in the life cycle of Plasmodium, that they reproduce by asexual reproduction in human and sexual reproduction in female Anopheles mosquito. So there are 2 kinds of reproduction which takes place in both the organism, different in both the organism. Either both the organism in human takes place by asexual reproduction takes place by multiplication division, and in secondary host female Anopheles mosquito reproduced by sexual reproduction. So they complete their life cycle in 2 hosts. Now when Plasmodium infect human, so they infect by sporozoite stage in human. Or if we talk about the infective agent of human, the infective agent of human is sporozoite. Sporozoite first infect the human, then it transmitted or infect the other organ of human being like liver or RBCs are also infected by the same parasite, or they also change their form according to the organ. That means when they transfer into organ, one organ to different organ or one cell to different cell, they also change their structure and morphology. Based on the structure and morphology, they are also divided or denoted by the another name like metamero cryptomerozoids or cryptomerozoids or amoeboidal stage, schizoid stage, rosette ring form stage, rosette form or ring form stage. So these are the stages. Now another feature is during the reproduction they also form a toxic material, that is hemozones. Hemozoin which create toxicity in human body, or whenever the cell burst, RBCs get burst, the cell will release the hemozoin burst cell. From the burst cell, hemozoin will release into the blood circulatory system of human, or that cause a chill, high fever like symptoms. So that is known as the incubation period. Every after 24 hours, that these symptoms arise in human being. Now or it is also the incubation period vary in different species like falciparum. In the falciparum, the incubation period is of 72 hours, whereas in other species the incubation period is of 48 hours. So it only depends upon the species to species, where it can be varies from 3 to 4 days. Now let us discuss about the life cycle of Plasmodium. So when mosquito bite human, infected mosquito bite human, the mosquito will release their saliva into the blood of human. Through the saliva, because the parasites are stored in the salivary gland of mosquito, or through the saliva the mosquito will actually wanted to dilute the blood, because of when blood transfer from one medium to another, so there will be chances of coagulation of blood, or also the blood is also quite thick. So mosquito release some amount of saliva into the blood circulatory system for diluting the blood, so that they can suck the blood from human. Or due to the infected mosquito, through the saliva, when they discharge or transfer the saliva into the blood circulatory system, the parasite also transmitted into the human body. So these parasites, the form of Plasmodium known as sporozoites. The sporozoites then after infect liver, transfer through the blood circulatory system in the liver cells, or that stage is known as cryptomerozoites, or they undergoes in multiplication division to form or increase the number of these parasites after by the multiplication division in the liver cell. Now, after increasing their number, the parasite release from the liver cells or infect to the RBC cells. In the RBC cells, they again multiply and increase their number by or through the asexual reproduction or multiplication division. Now, when they when these parasites infect RBCs, they digest the content of RBCs and form toxins. These toxins are called hemozoins. Hemozoins get developed or formed in the infected RBCs, or they actually trigger our immune response. Due to this, toxins are formed by merozoites. Hemozoins, and these are also said to be merozoites. Merozoites. Now, after infection or after causing infection in RBCs or damaging the cells of RBC cells, the hemozoins get ruptured or burst, or due to this reason the parasites also release into the blood, and through the parasite the hemozoins also release into the blood. That cause toxicity in the human or trigger our immune response, or that's why the symptoms arises in a person. That symptoms through the hemozoins arises by the hemozoins are chills and high fever. High fever. Now, some of the merozoites again infect RBCs, and other of the merozoites convert into the male and female gametocytes. Male gametocytes. Male and female gametocytes. Male and female gametocytes present beneath the skin. When another mosquito bite that infected human, they transfer into the gut of mosquito. These male and female gametocytes transfer into the gut of mosquito. Gut of mosquito. Transfer into the gut of mosquito. When it transfer into the gut of mosquito, they start sexual reproduction. And when this infected mosquito again bite any the human, that parasite again transfer into the human. Now, half of the cycle represent the asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction, and sexual reproduction. There is sexual reproduction. And release of first infective agents of the sporozoid from the infected RBCs are called incubation period. So where the first release of parasite from the RBC, that is known as incubation period, and the life cycle completed in the two hosts. Primary host is human and secondary host is female Anopheles mosquito. Or first they infect in the liver cell, that the stage is known as cryptomerozoites. Or when they release from the liver or infected into the RBCs, that particular stage is known as micrometacryptomyrozoites or macrometacryptomyrozoites. Now in the NCERT it is not denoted, so I will not write written on the board, but all the stages are included into the sporozoites. The infective agent for human is a sporozoid, and the infective agent for the female Anopheles mosquito is gametocide. So here is the important point, that infective agent for human is female Anopheles sporozoid, or whereas infective agent for mosquito is gametocide. After transferring of male and female gametocide into the gut of mosquito, they infect the lumen area, wall of the lumen, or converted into the male gamete or female gamete, of where the fertilization of male and female gamete occur into the lumen wall of the mosquito, or that undergoes in development, converted into the sporozoites, or that will remain stored in the salivary gland of mosquito until they are not transferred into the primary host, from secondary to primary host. So whenever the infected mosquito bite to the any human, so through the saliva the sporozoites transfer into the body of human, or they infect the liver cell, or in the liver cell that are known as the cryptozoites, where they still they continue divide into the liver cell through the asexual reproduction and increase their number, or then after rupturing the cells of liver, they release into the blood circulatory system, or through the blood circulatory system they are transmitted into the or infect the RBCs. Or when they infect the RBCs, they again reproduce or increase their number, or also form the chemozoins, which is a toxic substance, or create the toxicity in human body, through which the symptoms get arises, or these symptoms are chills and high fever, sometimes vomiting also occur in that human that is done or initiated by the chemozoins, released by the ruptured RBCs, or formed by the parasite. So these are the stages of the plasmodium, and the infective agent for human is sporozoid, and for the mosquito is gametocide. So overall, in without two hosts, the plasmodium are not able to complete their life cycle, so they require two hosts for completing their life cycle. But without the host, it also further the life cycle may not complete, but still they continue their continuous increase in their number. So occur in the liver or the RBCs. Some of the other stages are also formed, like signet ring form, or amoeboidal stage also get formed after the infection of these sporozoites into the RBCs. So this is the overall life cycle of plasmodium. Now let us discuss about how we can control the malaria through physical or chemical or biological method. Prevention of malaria. Prevention of malaria through the physical method is net. We can use on net, use of mosquito net. Creams are also available, or wire net, wire shield on door and windows. Clear stagnant water bodies. Introduction of larvicidal fishes in the pond. Ponds like Gambusia. And chemicals we can also apply in the sewage water and spray of oil or kerosene oil, DDT powder in sewage water. Sewage water. So these are the method how to prevent malaria. So if we reduce vector, we can also reduce the transfer of or possibility of the transfer of parasite too. So these are the some important method of prevention. We can also apply some of the, actually we are applying in daily life like mosquito net, cream, wire net on windows, or clear stagnant water we can also apply. Introduction of Gambusia or spray of oil DDT on and also DDT on sewage water. So we can also apply this. So we can also reduce the chances of malaria by reducing the number of mosquitoes, because transferring agent factor is mosquito or female Anopheles mosquito, or through the, actually if we talk about the life cycle of mosquito, so how we can mosquito generally lay their egg on the stagnant water. If we introduce DDT powder, so the larva become died after introduction of DDT water, or if we introduce oil or spray oil on stagnant water, so what happened, the oil cover the siphon or respiratory organ of the larvae. Respiratory organ of larvae. So due to the blockage of respiratory organ of larvae, the larvae become die after spraying of oil or DDT powder. DDT powder is an insecticidal chemical, but oil prevents fails the respiratory organ of larvae, or due to this reason we can reduce the number of larvae. So student, here is overall about the malaria. In next class we will discuss about the next topic, ascariasis or the other disease causing organism. In this class we have discussed about the malaria life cycle of Plasmodium, which completed in two hosts. Primary host is human, secondary host is female Anopheles mosquito. They reproduce bisexually or asexually in human and sexually in female Anopheles mosquito. where the two stages mainly form. The infective agent for human is sporozoite, and infective agent for the female Anopheles mosquito is gametocyte. First they infect the liver, and second they infect the RBCs or hemozoins released by the RBCs after the infection caused by the sporozoite. So and the symptoms which are released or arise in the human being by the hemozoins released through the RBCs. So student, I hope you like this video, and thank you for listening and watching me.